We have built the parasol. It is there. It is too tall for the that area. So yeah, it's gonna be moved to the decking, to be frankly honest. We're just gonna bar the chickens from going into this area when it's wet, because yeah, that was our only plan. So if it hasn't worked, it hasn't worked. But as I said, we like it anyway. It'll work up on the decking, so we'll just shift it up there. It'd be reet. Not much is happening today. We're kind of just chilling now. We've had a load of people round talking about the next phase of the project. So the retaining wall is going to be built using the rubble and soil that has got to be dug out of the house, which makes perfect sense if you think about it. But yeah, they were just talking about like where they're going to put the next skip and how much time Apex has left to finish the boreholes, because yeah, we need them gone before we get the skips in. So 2 more days of work by the looks of it, and then we're on to the next phase. Exciting. I wanted to show you guys the update on the chicken hutch. The roof is now in. This is polycarbonate roofing, so it's basically just plastic. It's the stuff you see on greenhouses. Yeah, I know, we're gonna cook the chickens, only slightly though. There is a heat lamp under there as well. But yeah, as I said, we wanted to create an area where if the chickens do get caught in the rain, because it is Wales, it does rain here a lot, they've got an area where they can dry, and basically with a heat lamp underneath this, they won't get wet, and it also gives them an area of grazing that's like undercover. So that's the plan. We're only doing these 2 at the moment. We're not going over there because that's the open feeding area. We're hoping to keep it like that, and then obviously when we open the gate, we'll put a tunnel which will go straight from the gate all the way down there to the seed patch area, which is already getting a plethora of butterflies are turning up, which is really, really nice. So that means it's working. We need the seeds to grow faster though, because they've essentially got 6 days now until the chickens turn up, and if there are any seeds on the ground that have not, like, you know, germinated themselves, they're gonna get eaten. They just are. But that's why we put thousands down, so that, you know, even I don't think that like 8 or 9 chickens can eat 1,000 seeds. I really don't know actually. But hopefully they won't, because we are providing like actual food for them, so hopefully they'll go for the actual food. Yeah, we have some pecking bars as well, which is like it's treat food basically. We can't treat them for the first couple of days, it does say, but then after a week we can you know, reward them, I suppose. I'd like to use the treats for training purposes, because yeah, again, some of them are a bit thick, so we're going to have, hopefully, I think, a pecking bar at one end of the tunnel and then a pecking bar at the other end of the tunnel when they have to go like from one end to the other. I'm hoping that'll train them to go home at a certain time, which they will need to learn, because that chicken guard, which I now cannot get to, that closes at 10 PM. If they're not inside at 10, I will have to pick them up and manually put them in the hutch. So they better be inside at 10. Is all I'm saying. But yeah, it'll be fine eventually. It's gonna be like training the cats all over again. The cats are another thing. I mean, we don't know how they're gonna react to chickens. I really hope that they're not gonna go for them. I mean, all 3 of my cats are scaredy cats, really. They don't like big birds normally. I mean, we had a grouse in the garden and they all legged it the other way, like, and that is, I mean, the cows got an even funnier reaction from them. It's just Walnut, and I'm concerned about Walnut, because he goes one or 2 ways. He either stands his ground like he did with the cow, he literally stared it down, or he legs it like the other 2. So I need him to either leg it or ignore them as a general rule. But I mean, yeah, you can't control cats. So I keep looking to the side because there's so many spiders like all over the chicken hutch, and literally everywhere. I hate them with a blooming passion. And then I wear long dresses that, you know, skirt the grass, and it's like I end up covered and then I freak out later. But it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, basically I know that if the areas around the garden have spiders on them, it means that it's like really warm. So the fact that we have so many congregating around the chicken hutch means the chicken hutch is warm, which is what we wanted. So I mean, proves we're doing a good job. And I heard that chickens do actually eat spiders, so I'm like counting on that just a little bit, just a little bit, yeah. Anyway, my mum's gone to get the wood drill, and we're hopefully going to get an elk up. That might not mean anything to you guys. I think I did show an elk in the last video, or the video before last. It's one of the two. Basically, it's a deer that we got from my dad, and my dad named her Anne because she's an elk, and she's an elk head. The one on the wall. It was funny at the time. It's fine. We have an elk, and then we have the moose as well from Faulty Towers. The moose is much smaller though. He's staying inside. He'll go in the corridor somewhere. We originally wanted Anne on the fireplace, but unfortunately the fireplace tiles aren't flat, so we can't get her up there. It should be too high to the ceiling. It looks really funny. So she's coming outside. She's resin. She's exactly the same as the animals down here. So she's going on that shed there. Yeah, we're going to try and screw her in. But I don't know if my mum needs help finding the screws for her actually. Not sure where they went. Yeah, she's taken longer than like 5 minutes here, so I'm going to go check on her. I present to you an elk, complete with broken horn. Courtesy of mother. It's fine. She's up. It looks great. You know, she's got one majestic horn. We'll have to Google it to see if we can find another horn, or, you know, because that one's smashed beyond all recognition, so. Yeah. Oh, she's definitely lived. She's definitely lived. Anyway.